Yep, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. The box is finally back. After 4 years away, the series returns onto the channel. Now, I realize he's been gone for a while, so a lot of people aren't gonna know what's going on. Here's the breakdown. The box, quite frankly, is the worst player you could possibly get. He has 1 as an attribute on every single thing in the game. Our objective is to make him somehow a cult hero at Liverpool, despite being absolutely useless. There's been a few boxes that have come before him. V2, V3, V4, and V5, and some of the moments they've produced have been genuinely iconic. He's always from one random nation in Asia called Brunei Darussalam. Honestly, I don't even really know how that started, to be honest with you. Also, at one point in the game, there was actually a player, like a real player from Brunei called Faik Bolkiah. We started a cultural movement for justice for him over on his Instagram, but he's not in the game anymore, so we can only hope for a miracle that he returns. That's it, you're caught up. Now it's time to create our player. Now, realistically, honestly, it could be any of these individuals because we're going to mash this guy's face up so badly, he's going to be unrecognizable. We'll go with this man. Now, last name, obviously, Box. However, there was an issue with the birth certificate, and they haven't really fully rolled those out yet in rural Brunei, to be honest with you. A child's born, and they just kind of take your word for it as to, like, when it happened and what the name is. When the idea for the name was passed along here through a Nintendo DS group chat, unfortunately, there was a miscommunication, so the spelling is incorrect. As for the first name, I want this to be an accurate representation of Bruneian individualism. I've searched for popular Bruneian names, and they're quite literally aren't enough for Google to give me a search for it. Bruneian people. Awang. Yes, I need it. Pause, actually, on that sentence. Brunei is the nation. 1980 is the year of birth. And we're one step closer to a man who's gonna inspire the masses. Be a cult hero, a father figure for youngsters across the nation. Then they should go into accounting or something rather than football, because he's not gonna be that guy, I'll be honest. Right, athletics-wise, we don't usually change what the box actually kind of looks like. And you know what? I'm fancying making him an aerial demon. 6'7", 253 pounds. His market value is less than his weight. Take that in. Obviously, he's a striker, but truthfully, once we're done with his attributes, it's not gonna matter where on the pitch he actually plays, because the Box V6, like his predecessors before him, like the other members of his family tree and his My Heritage account, is gonna have 1 as an attribute for everything. Dribbling, to be fair, of a different kind, might be all the way up at 99. Physicality-wise and power, again, 1 on everything. This is a limp handshake in human form. Balance that would see him disqualified from the Olympics gymnastics competition, and a criminal record that'll do the same. Especially when he's got a head like this. This man looks like he's been stung by a bee at every possible angle. I'd look permanently angry as well, I think, if I came into the world looking like this. Ultimately, he was born in 1980. He needs to look haggard. I want him to have a basic understanding of the internet at best. They didn't have TikTok, where he came from. Introducing an Instagram reel to that village will be like showing a Victorian child Bevo. You really don't want to do that to them.
Ring ring pum the hamstring.
We'll go with that. We'll make him look extremely old. And now we give the box his real identity. Okay. Now it's time for a new trim. No, I'm kidding. We're obviously going with the afro, and you know the drill. We got that aqua. We need the most suspect facial hair you could possibly imagine. Oh yes. Oh, yes. Realistically, it's going to be Predator boots for a potentially Predator man. And there you go, lads. That is our created box. V6 ready for action. And so...
Your new manager.
What the heck is this man doing here? You already thought it was bad enough having 1 box on the scene. Having a second one in the building seems a little bit over the top. Yeah, Box V5, he's an interesting managerial character. He's cosplayed as a Satsuma for his role here. And don't be fooled by this man's new suave glasses. He very much still has 1 as an attribute for his intelligence as well. In the job interview, they asked him about his experience for the role. He started telling them PTSD experiences from his childhood on the farmland of Brunei. The Box V5 may have entered the building, but it's fair to say the news outlets, yeah, they're less impressed by his stature in the game. The Beats Cup. Let's not bring out another PTSD story from the Box here.
This one is what we call a sacrificial lamb.
This has surely got to be a low pressure environment for the Box, okay? Where he can try and impress, you know, not in front of too many fans, and hopefully against a side that's pretty low ranking in comparison to the rest of the squad.
You surprise me to how shit you are.
Now, I've had a few questions about how this is going to operate. First of all, the main thing that I got asked, is this going to be a series? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it should be, anyway. And the second one was, are the bids going to be back? Now, for those that don't know, people in the comment section were able to bid for the box so that they could own him each episode. Looking back, was it politically correct? Absolutely not. Will I be doing it again? Absolutely yes. So make sure you leave your bids down in the comment section below. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. It's going to be our first game of the season. No, it's not the youth tournament against Brighton. Even though that is his level, he can't be trusted around the individuals involved. No, instead, this man is getting thrusted right into the deep end because we are facing Ipswich away in the first league match of the season. And Box V5 is going to be leading Box V6 and the rest of this Liverpool squad into battle. This is the return, ladies and gentlemen. The box is fully back. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the boss. This man is his first impression. I'll tell you what his first impression is, lad. Hopefully no impressions at all. I'm talking no views. I'm talking no interactions. Look at that massive meaty man. Box V6, so tall. It's so unnecessary as well. There he is, the Box V5, waiting in the wings down on the touchline. Eyebrows were raised when he asked how many players would be starting the game, I'm not gonna lie. But after some simple arithmetic, he's ready to lead these lot into battle. There's the Ipswich team. They've got a box of their own in the form of Calvin Phillips. Meanwhile, Liverpool's line up all the usual protagonists and Alisson as well, given he's actually not injured for once. There he is, our Wang box up front. I forgot that was actually his full name, I'm not even gonna lie. When he's at home living a family life, he's a Wang. Out on the pitch, he's also a Wang. To be honest with you, he's a dickhead. He's terrible. Box V6 is a go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I want to see what this man can do already.
Whoever's involved in this, stop it.
It's a bad start, lads. I'm going to be 100%. I want him to be the main man. I need the Box V6 to have some confidence today. And I see him making a run. Look at him. He's not even jumped. Brother, you're 6'6". Pundits alike were concerned by his criminal record. Thankfully for him, the only other option was Joey Barton, who matches his criminal record in that regard. Ipswich go into this one genuinely dead favourites. Just because the Box V6 is in the general area. See, are you seeing that? This is the effect that he's having on the other players. Trent Alexander-Arnold just stopped responding. Andy Robertson's done a scorpion kick. There he is, right? He's on the ball. Mate, this is actually him running. This is actually him sprinting at full pace. Lots of fun. Wang, please. First offside of this series here, given against Hurst of Ipswich. To get himself accustomed to life as a striker in his first ever role as a footballer. Wang here, he actually made sure that he understood the offside rule by watching Kylian Mbappe compilations. Unfortunately for him, during the time doing his research, he thought that being offside was a good thing. Oh, this is your moment, son. Get it out of your feet. It remained firmly within his feet. He's the type of man to be a little bit too interested in feet, isn't he, the box, really? The type to ask a few too many questions about the pedicure you've been to. He's bursting forward. He's got absolutely no awareness at all. Now we find him, or we don't. Alisson's made a save again, in the knowledge that Alisson is one simple movement away from completely obliterating his hamstring. We can't continue to rely on this man. We're gonna need the box to start doing something. And we're gonna need it very soon. It wasn't that, Wang. I'll be honest. Surely he's going. He's off. No, Wang, please, no. He's been a Liverpool player for 25 minutes. Box V6 is off. The manager's fuming. That would have been given as an assist in his native Brunei, he complained. Unfortunately, they barely really know the footballing rules over there. The game's gone, by the way. FIFA 17, I'm telling you now, that's a talking to at most. Robertson's gone in the book now. That man's missing loads of his hair. I can't help but feel the boxer's dismissal may have had a negative impact on the result here. We've conceded 16 shots to Ipswich and lost 3-0. If only the Box V6 had a little bit more composure, a little bit more self-restraint. Should the Box V5 have really been asking whether he was allowed to sub on a new player after someone was sent off? Probably not. But it does not excuse the misbehaving of the latest Bruneian recruit. Now, personally, I have plans for the Box. I want him to become the very best that he can be. So in the development plan, we're going to be going ham to try and make sure that this man can reach the mighty 2 overall. He ain't making it, guys. He's not. With the Box V6 reprimanded, spending 2 weeks behind bars, not even in relation to anything he actually did out on the pitch. He is now back from his suspension to face Manchester United at Old Trafford for his second game as a Liverpool player. We can only hope that it lasts a little bit longer than his debut. Surely it can't get any worse, lads. That's the question on my mind right now. Then again, it is the Box, so...
It can.
Theoretically, the Box should feel like a little bit closer to home here, given Old Trafford is falling apart just about as much as his shack back in his native village. Is the Box V6 gonna be ready for action though? That is the question. In a titanic fridge-like battle between a 6'6" Bruneian and Harry Maguire, a moment 2 kitchen appliances came together. We're ready to go. Right, Box, you've got to do a little bit more this time. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, right, I've not seen a strike that's actually been that bad from the Box as of yet.
And if they match that with energy,
Well, we hope not.
Okay, I have seen a shot from the Box that is that bad. Onana collects the ball from the crowd. Honestly, with a Box on the pitch, get ready for a little bit more of that sunshine. Luis Diaz bringing the ball to the edge of the... I don't know why I was expecting a bicycle kick there from the Box. I don't think he can even ride a bicycle. His eyebrows are coming through his glasses, lads. The Box V5, he doesn't adhere to the conventions of the laws of physics. I maybe lied about his dribbling ability. Why have you passed it there? You had 4 men in front of you. How have you even seen that pass? Who have you seen? Now look at this. Great first touch. And a second. I tell you what, it's a shot. I don't know what Delict was doing. No room for racism there being talked about by EA Sports. Unless it's the Box. No, that's a step too far. Salah is in a very good position. Well, I say good. It's not bad, okay? He's been clamped. I mean, he's got his arm up to me. He's calling for it. You know what? I'll do you one better, Box, mate. You can take this one, sunshine. He's not at the top of the list, the players to take this one. But what I will say is, let me get involved here. I mean, it's a pass at the end of the day. He's seen Onana in purple and not realised that he's on United's team. Right, Box, get some dribbling. Yeah, he's got a ball roll in his locker. I didn't even know he had skills like that. Go on, son. No. It's a rush of blood to the head, I'll be honest. The first half is done. At least he made it to half-time this time. It does, however, mean that he has to be involved in the team talk, and he speaks in subtitles, so I don't really know how that's gonna work. English isn't his first language. He doesn't have a first language. He was born without one. We are underway for the second half. The Box now with a second win. That's disgusting. To take people out. Box, please. Have you learned nothing from the first game? The United players... No way! How is he off again? You've got to be kidding me. How is that a red card? I actually cannot believe this. The Box V5 is fuming again. The Box V6 has not managed to last more than 50 minutes without assaulting somebody. The Box V5 down in the technical area did ask if he was allowed to be subbed on. He was told absolutely not. But I think we already know now what type of Box this one's gonna be. Maybe off the pitch some anger management lessons may need to be found. I can't believe in a game that involves Casemiro, it's the Box that's ended up getting sent off first.
The football's left him.
Oh, I tell you what, Salah's through here. He's playing up front where the Box left him, and now Mo has done significantly more than the Box V6 was able to do. A 10-man Liverpool take the lead. Look at the Box V5 celebrate. As we move into the 90th minute now, we're coming forward again. It's Luis Diaz who strikes it into the back of the net. It is a beautiful finish to secure a victory here for Box V5's mighty Red. Arnie Slot may have turned down the opportunity to be his assistant, once again based on a collection of felonies revolving around the Bangladeshi civil war of 1983, but he's still getting the result here today. The Box V6, however, questions will need to be asked. Does he have the mentality? Does he have the stable mind? No, I didn't say the questions wouldn't be answered. It's game done. It's a 2-0 win here, and 2 red cards in the first episode has got to be a record. But ladies and gentlemen, that is where we are going to wrap things up for today, and I hope you have enjoyed the return of a legend, the return of the Box. V6 he's had an interesting debut, unlike any of the others. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please, come on, let's get 9k likes on the return. As I mentioned, this will be a series. Make sure to leave your bids down below if you want to own him next time. If you want to support the channel and get extra perks, including emotes and early access to videos, then make sure to use the join button down below. You can also follow me on social media. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. It's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves. and goodbye.